Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Yaritza Baez, and I'm a business coach and entrepreneur, and I help new and early stage women entrepreneurs go from being confused and overwhelmed to manage and run their business with confidence through easy to follow systems and solutions that will increase their chances of success. And today I want to talk to you about turning your message into compelling content. So, first of all, squash your fears. Think about your business or even your personal life. Do you feel safe saying how you feel about any given topic, or do you think about how others will receive your message? In today's online world, there are plenty of warriors who are happy to start a war of words. And it's easy to feel like your freedom of speech is being squashed by people who you are not interested in working with them in the first place. So here's the deal: we are conditioned to fear sharing our truth boldly or saying something that matters. We are always trying to stay on the safe side. And that was me. So because at the end when you feel like you want to because of all of that, having all these people who goes and start criticizing and starting a war of words, we stay in the safe side of things, so not wanting to upset or disagree with anybody online. And I felt that way, and I have seen people online who are actually YouTubers that I have her saying like, well, nowadays I don't really like to voice my opinions very a lot because people get very aggressive. So many entrepreneurs fall into these traps of staying silent because they don't want to ostracize themselves from their market. But pointing out the shortfalls of your industry is just being observant, giving feedback to followers is helping them to see a different perspective. So, speaking out about causes that are important to you is simply sharing something personal. And so, fear of visibility, fear of success, fear of rejection, you name it, is out there. We all feel that. When I first started my business, my first business, virtual assistant business, I was afraid of visibility. It's like I didn't want to be seen. But then how I'm gonna get clients if I was so afraid to be seen? And so I have to get over that. I have to grow out of that. Fear of rejection is another one that is always hard. Rejection, as we are humans. So humans, we don't like to be rejected, but there we go. We have it. And so we just have to learn to manage it better. And rejection, what I have learned from that is it helps us get better. It helps us work better, get better at what we do, and not take it personal because it's about business. When someone reject your offers, your service, and they decide they don't want to work with you, they're not rejecting you as a person. They're just rejecting the service. They're not ready for it. Maybe they will be ready at another time, or maybe they never will. But they are not rejecting you. And so, although it's easier said than done, that is true, and we have to have that in our minds present. So all are valid fears, and each one hold you back from the success that you are looking for. The truth, though, is that the most powerful message alienates people, and that can sound scary. The people who don't vibe with your true message will fall away, and you want that at the end of the day. What's important are the people who stick around. Those are the ones that really matters. The ones that went, let them go. These people are your ideal clients. Something about your message resonates with them, and they are eager to hear more from you. So you have the knowledge and the coaching style teaching style, whichever is, service that you are offering, they like, so they will naturally will like want to learn more from you. So remember this mantra: I'm not for everyone, and neither are you. I'm not for everyone, and neither are you. You will never be too much for the right people. Your people are ready for your truth. Your people will follow you to the ends of earth because of your authenticity. So always keep that in mind. It sucks to see people unsubscribe from your mailing list, or to see people unfollowing you or unfriending you from social media. Look, we all unfriend or unfollow people, so let's not feel bad. I am ruthless when it comes to mailing list, and I try to twice a year go through my email list and check, the activity on it. If I see a lot of inactive people, they're out. That's it. Because if they haven't bothered to open the emails, then why are they there taking space? That's energy, taking energy space. So I don't want them there. When I have my virtual assistant business, one of the things that I have to go over with my clients was about cleaning their list. They have people from young, and they never bought anything from them. They never opened an email. So let's get rid of them. Let's open space for the people who really want to hear from you, the people who will buy from you. So don't dwell on dropping numbers. Remember, these unsubscribers are simply not your people. If they don't resonate with your message, they could stay there and not ever spend $1. So let's get rid of them. Let's allow new people come in. Because you want people, subscribers and followers, that love what you have to hear. They love your offers. That's what you want. Visibility isn't just about being seen by people. It's about attracting and connecting with the right people, and you can't do that if you have a watered down message. It's that simple. Speak up for the people who need to hear you. They are not alone, and someone can help them solve their problems. I have to learn to have a stronger message. And ever since I started to put out my opinions, my personal opinions about the industry, I have seen more engagement in my content. People are engaging more. So when I recommend this to you, it's because I either have experienced that or clients have. Okay? So turn your message into compelling content. Once you have nailed down your unapologetic message or a few key viewpoints and feel prepared to start sharing them, it's time to turn them into tangible content. Excuse me. Your message is like the backbone of your content, but each piece of content doesn't need to explicitly state your message. It should, however, tie back to it some way. All good content will have a lesson or realization in that others can use. Producing valuable content is what will attract your people to you, so make it worth their while. So share your business stories and the realizations and lessons you have learned as a result. These are much valuable than personal drama. So the videos that you see here, if you're in my group, also you will see, I'll always talk about from my own personal experience or clients' experience. That's why I like to work with new and early stage entrepreneurs, because I want them to understand that what they're going through is normal. But what I want to do is to help them navigate those struggles, those hurdles that they go through, and so they can grow their business much faster. Okay, so remember, a smaller engaged list is more profitable than a super large unmotivated list. Experiment with your content to see what your audience responds to, and then do more of that. You always have to hit that sweet spot. And it's easy to get discouraged, but we have to do it. Recently, I have to change the message around. I was looking into bring more people into my group, and I have to change the message more than one time and experiment and keep experimenting the way I put the message out, my promotion, in order to bring more people in until I hit a sweet spot. So it's about experimenting, and so I don't want you to get discouraged. Just work on your message. I think working on your message is an ongoing process, but it's also an ongoing process because as human beings we evolve, our business also evolve, and so your message is going to change with it also. So, polarizing messaging. People are dying for fresh inspiration and ideas. The main reason so much content gets lost online is because people are saying the same thing as everyone else. And I see that especially on Instagram, I have to be honest. And they are saying watered down version of what they really want to say. There is a lot of people, and people detect that just like that. Watered down versions of Tony Robbins, watered down versions of Marie Forleo, and watered versions of whoever is leading the industry in which you are in. So, talk about your truth. This is why turning your viewpoints and opinions into actual content is the best way to attract the right people into your sphere. One way to stand out from the other coaches or your other virtual assistants, other web designers, depending on of what whether you are a creative entrepreneur, depending on the service that you provide in your into your realm, is to create polarizing content. Instead of going with the flow, take a stand on something, either in your industry or related to world events. For example, in my case, I'm taking a stand about bro marketing. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's healthy. A lot of people have gone into debt buying, because of fear of missing out, because the message by nature trigger us psychologically to buy, because oh my god, if I don't buy this, if I don't sign up to this program, I'm doomed. I'll never progress in my business. It's like I'm a failure. And that is, I disagree with that type of message. And there are other examples, and that's what I'm taking a stand. I don't like how the industry is talking about six figures and making six figures overnight, and you sign to my program and you're guaranteed to make it to six figures and recover your money in the first month. I hear stories like that. A lot of them are out of content. Some people may be able to do it, but how many can do it? So I'm not against making six-figure business, having a six-figure business. I want to have one, and I want my clients to have six-figure business. If that is what makes them happy, if that is their goal, because not everybody wants to do that, because that is a whole different ball game. There is a lot into it that they don't mention, and so that is why I'm not in favor of bro marketing. So how do you come up with great polarizing content? Well, keep a list, a running list of ideas. Usually I use Keep of Google if I'm out, I'm sometimes listening to a podcast while I do exercise. and I hear something and it's like, oh, I could do this, or so I use that. If I have a notebook here when I'm working, in my office, and so or even my journal. Maybe sometimes while I'm journaling, I come up with ideas. So I highlight them and then I'll go back to it. So that is a good way for you to come up with content. Think back of the things you stand for and things you stand against. What stories from your past have helped to form these values? Uh, you never need to apologize for real life experiences that have affected your worldview. Because my experience, your experience is your experience. So why should we apologize if that is how we experience something? So, what's going on in your industry that you strongly disagree with? What's going on in your industry that you strongly agree with? So, talk about it. I could say that the coaching industry is starting to show some changes when it comes to broad marketing. And I think it's because a lot more people are starting to speak up about it. So, work on not being afraid to offend people. I know it's easier said than done, but it can be, because it's hard, when we have been trained to be nice and kind. So but let's not be afraid to offend anybody. And again, polarizing content is not meant to demean others. It's meant to separate you from the rest of the crowd so your ideal client can find you. Okay? So I don't believe in offending anybody. There is no need for it. Just because I'm putting my point of view out there, my opinions, based on my own experiences, doesn't mean that I have to demean anybody or offend anyone. If sometimes people offend, okay. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that you find this helpful. My previous video is about having a razor sharp message. And I hope I'll see you next week. You get to see the next video on messaging. So you have a great week. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching.